Hello and welcome to the Moscow Olympic Games 2020. Today we are lucky to be commentators at the tetris match at the Olympic Games Moscow 2020. It is the final between Scotland and Poland, and the prize is the gold medal and the World Championship title. I've got a special guest with me in the studio today, Marcus Reeves, ex-world champion in tetris. Hello Marcus, thank you for being with us on this very special day there.
Always a pleasure, always a pleasure.
Before the games start, I am going to ask you a few questions about Tetris. So could you just explain the basics to any newcomers to Tetris?
Simple game really. Arcade game where the bricks fall, you reshape the bricks into a shape, make a line, and when the line is there, you get a point.
So it's all about building up?
Building up, yeah.
It's obviously a very simple game. What's made it this phenomenon that's been a long-standing Olympic legacy?
I believe it's universal appeal across the world. You know, little kids playing it, and to old people, and all races, all sexes, all genders. Brilliant, brilliant.
It's the first gender-neutral game in the Olympics as well. Introduced in 1978.
Just shows its universal appeal.
Obviously, you were the Tetris champion in 1996. Can you tell us a little bit more about your career before that?
Before?
Yeah, how you started off.
Well, I was a bricklayer as my first job, and then I went to. I wasn't enjoying it that much, so I used to go to the local arcade after work playing bricklaying, and I'd start playing Tetris. You waste all my pennies in it, and then from there, I started entering championships, and then I got the call up to be in the Scottish squad.
Remarkable story. And what do you think it takes to become that professional?
Dedication and hard work, and the understanding of the game.
And how did you train to be the best in Tetris?
Well, like I said, I just played Tetris a lot.
That's absolutely fantastic. A great story there. And speaking of your training, we've got a short clip showing both of our contenders in training. Let's see how they prepared themselves for the Olympics.
Training is the most important part to being a professional Tetris player. You have to constantly develop your skills if you want to be the best.
To prepare myself to Olympics, I was training 8 hours a day, 6 days a week.
I was training using the latest technology not released to the public yet. Very similar to the ones we're going to be using at the Olympic Games. It improves your reflexes, muscles, memory, making decisions under pressure. Fantastic piece of equipment.
So we decided to train the old school way, like champions used to train back in days. I believe this is the only right way to train if you want to be a champion.
The most difficult thing for me during training was giving up my social life. Seriously, it takes a lot of dedication, many sacrifices to become a professional Tetris player.
I think the most difficult was all that attention you got from public. I couldn't go anywhere like a normal human being because I was, people just recognize me like straight away. Like everybody wants an autograph or anybody wants to take a picture with you. Don't get me wrong, it's nice, but sometimes it's just tiring, sometimes it's just too much.
I'm pretty sure putting everything on Tetris Simulator was a fantastic idea. I'll definitely win a gold medal this year.
I hope all these sacrifices and all these hours that I spent on training, that will pay off, and I'll be the one who's going to bring the gold medal home.
So we've seen how our players prepared themselves for the finals. Let me ask the Tetris expert what he thinks about it.
Well, the game's changed not a lot since my day, but the training has, but still the three things remain: focus, dedication, hard work.
So there's obvious differences between the two training methods. Which one do you think is more effective at the moment?
Back in my day, or
just now with the two players, the Polish lad and the Scottish lad?
Different approaches, but both effective.
It's a tough one to call at the minute.
Both effective.
I'll take you back to the day before the championship final. You're there, you've spent your week in training. How were you training?
You know, the best thing to do is get away from the media. Get away. We've seen the press today.
Jan for the hard time.
Stories coming out about that young lad.
Yeah, all of it unconfirmed.
But get away from the press. Get away from the, you know, all that media frenzy, and just find a nice small place and play your Tetris.
Right, so how were you feeling the day before outside the door? What was that feeling like?
You know, the nerves were playing, but I knew I could play Tetris.
And of course, it was against the Slovenian guy that you won, and he was a bit nervy. Do you think we'll see similarities today?
Well, I think Alan's got a cool head. You know, he's the underdog in this match. He's got nothing to lose.
Yeah, he's yeah.
John, other hand,
He's got to make a name for himself.
He's a favourite.
And which one? Just final word. Who do you think is going to take it? Who do you think is going to be more successful?
Tough one to call. Tough one to call. Okay, couldn't possibly call it. No one could.
No, it's very tight at the minute, and I think that's evident in their training methods.
Definitely.
But we're just going to have to see how it goes.
Yeah.
In the meantime, let's tell you a bit more about specially organised stadiums and the game itself. Our contenders are going to play in a specially prepared room with no spectators. All fans are gathering at specially prepared stadiums and get to watch the game on our prepared screens. It's a fantastic atmosphere out there, and the fans are really up for it, which will make this one of the most special Tetris World Cups we've had. And I'm just getting word there's the first contender coming through to the game room. This is Alan Wood, and it's going to be one of the most important minutes in the history of Scotland. Let's see how he's going to get on. And we're off. Here's the Scottish contestant, Adam. What do you think of him, Marcus?
Well, this game's going to differentiate him between big players and small players.
Yeah, and we can see the concentration in his eyes there. He's calm.
Tactics were a lot going into this game today.
Yeah, you can see that he's here to win. He's not going to take anything else. And a line clear there. That's good skill. Good skill. And another one. You can see him there. A little bit of frustration. And there's the Polish lad coming down, getting himself ready.
A lot in the media about this today.
Yeah, no.
Comments coming out from the press.
Yeah. It's important for these lads to...
Yes! He's done it! He's done it!
And at the end of that first round there, what an amazing game for Alan Woods. Got a good feeling about that one. What do you think about his performance there, Marcus?
Great performance. Steady, calm, collected. All you need to win it. That and hard work, dedication, focus.
Obviously, there's a lot of parallels being drawn between that performance and your performance. Can you see the similarities in your training?
In training, yes. I can see a lot of similarities. I just had a chat with Alan before the game, and he said that you're just going to play his Tetris. You do that, son. You do that.
Obviously, it's been a long wait for the nation. 24 years since you won yours. Do you think this is the year that we're going to see it come back home?
We all hope so. We all hope so. But you know, pressure's on John now.
And do you think either way, do you think Alan's going to be a big talent for the future there?
Already a talent, but this kid's got a bright future in championship.
Going back to the game
Tetris.
there, he seemed very focused and calm. Do you think that's the way to win the World Championship? Calm,
focused, dedicated, hard-working, focused, dedicated. That's how you win championship. Simple as that. And
do you think that's going to be enough to see him stand on top of the podium there?
Well, like I said, it's in John's court now. Pressure's on him. All the boy can do is play it in the best. But I think
that's brilliant. I'm going to have to cut you off there because we're not going to count our chickens before they hatch. Let's see how the Polish player performed. And here we have the Polish lad.
Did he turn up today?
Yeah.
I think that's in Aberdeen.
Yeah, that's down Duthie Park, isn't it? And there's the concentration again, but there's something in there. He's been distracted by the media attention he's been getting over the past few days.
From the press.
Yeah, that's all over the place.
This is what I was talking before about big players in big games. They'll win you the games.
They look nervous, the fans there, they're not sure. Oh, and he's thrown the game.
It's over. It is now. All over.
And Jan trying his best there, but I'm afraid it wasn't his day. He's really no match for Alan at all. What were you thinking about Jan's performance there?
Terrible. Pressure got to him. You know, fine kid, but I don't think he's worthy of wearing that jersey.
No. What do you think that? Obviously, we spoke a bit about the media attention he's drawn today.
I think the media's got him. He should have just took the same approach as
Alan
and gone out.
Yeah.
Got away from the media, gone to a nice hotel, find a tetris and play it.
And his technique obviously seemed.
What technique? You know.
Well, that's it. He was all over the place. It's not an effective way of playing, really, is it?
Well, no, you can see that quite clearly.
You can see it.
He's won it. Yeah. I think there's going to be a new crown for Scotland.
So you think that's the victory for Alan there?
I think so. Well, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. Jan, do you think he's let Poland down?
He's let everyone down. He's let himself down. He's let his nation down. He needs to question if he's worthy of that jersey.
Will Jan ever play again? What do you think?
Well, not at the top. Not a top player. Top players win you championships.
And I'm just hearing that it's official now. The judges have summarised the results and everything should be made clear. Let's have a look at those stats. Firstly, we have Alan Woods with a score of 5,700 points, 47 line clears and a 6-line strike. Very impressive. And the Polish lad, Jan, his points total is 1,200, 13 lines cleared and 1 line strike, which is disappointing for him and the nation. And that's everything for today, folks. We're going to finish our programme with the amazing news that Scotland has got an Olympic champion of the world in Tetris. Thank you, Marcus, for being with us here today. And many thanks to all of you gathered in front of TV. Have a good night.
Brilliant.